It's Red Dragon here. Welcome to the Red Dragon Archive. Now, Stanley Kubrick, I wonder, did he know about this Pizzagate conspiracy? And y'all know me personally, I'm into conspiracies and I do believe the whole, Pizzagate thing in a ring of pedophiles that's in the higher up somewhere in the elites. I just wonder, did he know? Or did he have a hint at something and that's what he was trying to show in some of his movies? Now, I do understand other people have gone at this movie with their speculations and all that, but I feel like I seen something different. I personally watched it, and I was looking at every little detail as possible because I feel like me and Stanley got something in common when it comes to detail in film. Now, right here, obviously, you see a man caught his daughter with two other grown men, and it seemed like he's shocked, but if you really pay attention to the whole thing, he's really not as shocked as he should be, as if he knew. That heart right there, that what caught my attention. That's a thing for little girl lovers in a pedophile ring. A pink heart, that's what it represents. Girl lovers between a grown adult female or male that's into little girls. Now right here it says, the FBI says, when you see these symbols, pedophiles are telling other pedophiles, come on in, we have something here you might like, but don't tell anybody, okay? Thanks. You see, this kind of stuff right here is what I'm saying that helps me bring up this conclusion. If he knew, what was the odds in 1999 him having that heart ring on that girl hand? And if you really look at it, even though the ring ain't pink, look what else that's pink. Her fingernails. So it's almost like he knew. I'm not calling Stanley Kubrick a pedophile. I feel like he was exposing the pedophiles or what they might be doing. 1999 is when this movie was technically published, and it was 6 days after that he wind up dead. That's just been one of the biggest mysterious about this whole thing in the first place. They say he died of a mysterious or a sudden heart attack 4 days later. In some cases I read that he died 6 days later. I'm not gonna argue that because it could be either one. Regardless, the fact is he died shortly after the final cut was given to Warner Bros. And I'm not gonna say if they killed him or not, but y'all know me, I'm just gonna assume it could have been coincidence. But mainly, I would say I felt what he showed in here would have gave every right to take him out. He died March 7th of 1999. So with that being said, this film is now 20 years old, 21 years old. And it's just so that this been going on for so long, using these symbols and signs and all that kind of stuff. And just for the simple fact, I do feel that he would have had to show stuff in a certain way for the audience back in that time, because I know they wasn't ready to be exposed to the elites like this, and he would have had to did it in a way that didn't look so obvious. But like I said, through the eyes wide shut symbolism, if we take a look at even some of the artwork, his Tom Cruise's wife, I always forget her name in the movie, but his wife, her eyes is open and they're giving a kiss. And Tom Cruise's eyes is made to appear to look like it's shut. And if you read the title, it's eyes wide first and then shut is second. And it's perfectly lined up just like that. I think his wife's name is Alice. I might be mistaken, but yeah, her eyes is open, wide. And the next, Tom Cruise's eyes is shut. Some of y'all might say I'm looking too deep into that, but Stanley Kubrick he was a very precise man. That's why I like going off his work. Because can't nobody else play his work as like coincidence or anything. He set up stuff in specific ways to tell stories just so you can speculate it. And that was his main mission with his the way he told stories and the way he gave his movies. He always left it open for interpretation and allow your brain to really work on the craft that he was showing you. My main thing is this. Now, I never seen nobody else break this kind of stuff down or point this kind of stuff out. So if there's anything else out there that anybody else have seen, then let me know. And I do understand here on this channel, conspiracies or whatever, movie breakdowns might not be for everybody. Some of y'all probably come in off of the documentaries, but I'll leave that here for another time to speak on that. But to continue on what I'm saying, I personally feel like in this next scene, I want to show it, and I might be copywritten or whatever. Hopefully it don't let me, hopefully it still allows me to upload it and it can be seen. But yeah, if so, just take a look at this next scene, and I feel like this right here would have probably been the pinnacle of, if they did was to, harm him in any way or kill him in any way, this would have had to be it. And I want to know if any of y'all catch this stuff. So I'm gonna let this next scene play out, then I'll come back in with the analysts. For those that didn't get it, and once again, personally, I haven't seen anybody point this out in any videos or anything like that. So if y'all heard this theory before right here, just let me know. But I'm going off of the whole notation that these weren't supposed to be grown-ups, these were kids, and that was sent the chills down my spine. These are actually supposed to be representation of children that's been groomed or been prepared for this sex ritual that's going on inside this mansion. If you just take a look at them, look at the statures, there was no reason for them to be that low. Now everybody that's gonna say, oh well, they were kneeling on the ground, these were, it was part of the ceremony, this, that, and the third. This part right here just feels like I proved that wrong with that, just for the simple fact, if they were to bow to him, then who is he bowing to? I don't believe he was bowing back down to them. And it goes to show he's bowing from a standing position, where if they were truly standing up, they would have bowed in that same position, which, like I said, Stanley Kubrick was very, very intelligent how the way he showed this. This is symbolism at all-time high, showing that these were supposed representation of kids, and that's how a kid would bow, or that's how they would bow. So, and just to, top it off, end it off, by the time, they got the piano guy playing this and all this kind of stuff, he's obviously blindfolded. Why wouldn't he be able to see? Because he would have sensed something is wrong with this whole picture if he was able to actually look at everything while it was happening. So lastly but not leastly, you get to see that he winds up allowing them to stand up to be shown as fully grown women. And I can't show you due to the nudity. They dropped their ropes right there, but due to the nudity, I can't show you that much. But it goes back into that purple heart, a pink heart, because those are all women. So that what goes back into the theory of the girls lovers with the heart on the finger. So, and just to go back to this, I got something else to show. Now, I understand to the non-believers, I can seem like I'm jumping the gun here, but you really have to watch the entire movie as a whole to really see the references and everything. What I mean, like everything is always like to kids or little girls or anything like that. The terminology that's used, it seems that little girls are mainly the thing that's being like shown, even though they fully grown women. I think the women that are pertain as girls, they're the ones that intentionally Kubrick, but I can never really say his name that good, was just really trying to show this is how the elites are getting down. This is how they do stuff, and he has to do it in a way because you can't remember this is 1999, y'all. He couldn't just start showing little girls on the screen getting dead like this, or even came close to showing kids, because you know a lot of times in video games or anything like that, they don't like to show kids being hurt or murdered. If anything, they pan the camera away when something bad happened to them, but for the most part, they can't show that. With grown people, they can show that. So it's showing that how it can go from a representation, a symbolical way. A grown man, as a grown man, you don't call your girl that you messing with or even your side piece, because that's what she was to him in that party, was a side piece, and he called her kiddo. You don't call your girlfriend or your side piece that you messing with kiddo unless you a pedophile, unless you a grown person that's dealing with an actual underage minor female or male. And that's my whole thing. Them was the only people that I can see that's been in a sexual relationship with somebody and calling them kiddo. Simple as that. So I just want to point that out. And once again, I haven't seen nobody else point this kind of stuff out, which is the reason why I'm pointing it out. And I feel like I want to, make it a analysis on it. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna close out the video with this. I just want to bring this image up right here just to show the red and black color scheme. Once again, I haven't seen nobody else point this out as well. The red and black cover scheme with the red and black robes from the party, and obviously nobody ever admits outside the party that they was actually at the party. None of those masked people are ever really told like who is who. And there was a woman helping Tom Cruise get out, and that is a whole nother video due to the fact the password to get in the party was Philando. I think it was one of Beethoven's opera themes or something like that, supposedly, where it got a little history I was reading behind it. A woman sneaks into a dangerous place or a prison to release her husband from a death penalty or something like that. She snuck in as a male bodyguard. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing. Don't want to get too deep onto that. Once again, I understand majority of y'all, if y'all coming in here and y'all like, what the heck is this? Why is this dude going from doing documentaries to conspiracy theories or movie breakdowns and symbolism and all that? Make sure y'all are paying attention to my main video right now, at least the one I got up currently. I don't know if I ever change it, but right now the video is still up of what this channel is about. And this is my awareness channel. I run 2 other YouTube channels, which is a gaming and a vlog channel, and I'm a gamer, and I'm also a Twitch streamer, and also I'm into film and filmmaking. This is why these type of videos will also be presented. I understand if y'all only want to subscribe for like the documentaries and the real life stuff, cool, but I will be doing stuff like this a lot, because when I do documentaries, I have to make sure I want to, I'm passionate about it. I actually want to get out and do the real work. I don't want to just throw something up just for the sake of throwing it up. But this is also one of my passions, and I feel like this YouTube channel will be used for this as well. So I apologize to anybody who's like, what the heck is going on, or I ain't subscribed for this, or this seems it's starting getting weird. No worries. I will be dropping more, actual real life documentaries, and I'll make a playlist for, that kind of stuff specifically. And shout out to everybody that's subscribing. If y'all, all the new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. And to the ones that's actually gonna like this content or like all the content I post, 100% appreciate y'all to the core. Y'all are the main reason that I love this channel, because I can go from different angles, So, and I always like to tie everything in together. So I guess I'm gonna end it out with that. My final thoughts on this thing, unless I bring up another breakdown somewhere with this IY Shed thing. A lot of these women are representations of children or little girls, and it's about a pedophile ring. That's what my main analysis is, and understanding that if y'all go do y'all research, a lot of directors of movies. That's why some shows get held back, because the directors themselves wind up saying stuff like, we have to release this at a different date where society can accept this, because society won't accept this film until a later date. Y'all don't believe me? Go in and just, try to look up that type of stuff. Film producers do that a lot when they feel like they've made a very controversial movie. And y'all obviously can see that with that Netflix series that's going on right now, Cuties. I was going to even bring that into here, but that's the main reason why. If y'all look how that got that backlash right there, that Netflix movie or show, whatever it's going to be, with the Cuties, the little 9 and 12-year-old girls twerking and all that kind of stuff, that right there ain't flying in 2020. Imagine showing this, putting girls like that 20 years ago. 1999, Stanley Kubrick could not do that. So I feel like he did it the smart way. Used grown women, but he resized them. He made sure that where he wanted you to see kids, where he wanted you to see a kid mind state or frame, he had the women, chopped in half, or not chopped in half, but you know what I'm trying to say, kneeled. Just like the lady on the couch, he had her like balled up, and Tom Cruise even speaking to her almost as if she was like a little kid. If you just look at that, even like I said, when y'all watch the movies, if y'all watch the movie, or if you already watched the movie, just go back, or you think about the time, because I couldn't put the audio in here because I feel like I knew I was gonna get copywritten off that, but I'm probably still copywritten just from showing the visuals and probably the song, but that's all right. But yeah, it gets so deep, but I love this kind of stuff. I love being able to break down this kind of stuff, and in hopes bringing awareness to this kind of stuff. And with that being said, that means on a smaller level, we can see why they will be out trying to get people kids, or our kids in general, and that's where you gotta keep yours protected. So with that being said, until next time, we red eyes, always be aware.